Okay, this lesson's on what's called box plots, also can be called box and whisker plots. Basically, it's a visual diagram of how the data is spread out. And it uses the maximum number, the minimum number, the maximum number, and then you have Q1, Q2, and Q3 creating the box. Now there's an asterisk potentially, which might be an outlier. So I should say the minimum and maximum number that are not considered outliers. And I'll show you how to test for outliers, which you put down as an asterisk. Okay. Now what's kind of cool about these box plots is the box itself will show 50% of the data, where the middle 50% of the data is. The whiskers show the outside 25%. But you can break it up where this shows me 25%. This shows me 25% from Q1 to Q2, which is your median. This shows 25%, and this shows 25%. So it breaks up the data into quarters, and it's kind of visual display. Okay, so I had 25% of the people respond down here. I had middle 50% all responded here, and then my top 25% responded with those. And then I had one outlier. That doesn't really count in your calculations. Okay, so if I want to draw a box and whisker plot for the following data. Now, let's organize it first from highest to lowest. 1, 2, 2. I had 3. I have 3 4s. I have a 5, a 6, and a 9. Now these numbers are relatively all close together, so it doesn't look like I have any outliers. But let's start. So I need to have my max, I need to have my min, I need to have my Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay, so my maximum was 9, my minimum was 1, my Q1, Q2, Q3, okay, so I need to figure that out. So let's split it up here. I have, how many pieces of data do I have? I have 10 pieces of data. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that means I'm going to split it into 2 groups of 5. Okay. And then within each group I have my Q1, I have my Q3, the middle of the middles, 2 and 5 respectively. And it looks like my middle term, which is my Q2, now I could do n plus 1 divided by 2 term to calculate it. So 10 plus 1 divided by 2 is a 5.5th term. And so between the 5th and 6th term, 4 and 4, still a 4. Obviously, the middle is a 4. So then I have, okay, so my IQR I can calculate is Q3 minus Q1, which is 3. My range was 8. I didn't need to have all that though, but so let's do your box and whisker plot. So I'm going to put on a number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are the numbers I was dealing with. My minimum number is 1. My maximum number is 9. I have my first box starts at a 2 and ends at a 5. And I had my Q2 being 4. There's my box and whisker plot. Now the question is that 9 actually, is it an outlier though? So what there is going to be a little test. You take your IQR, you multiply it by 1.5. So my IQR equals 3. I'm going to go 1.5 times 3. So 1.5 times 3, which is 4.5. And I take my Q3 and I plus 4.5. So my Q3 is 5. Add this 4.5 on. That gives me 9.5. Okay, I'm good. My number 9 is below the 9.5, so it's not an outlier. Anything higher than that 9.5 would be considered outliers. That's a little outlier test. Okay, so I didn't have to worry about it. My 9 counts. If this was above 9.5, so I had number 10, then I put the little asterisks in instead, in this place. Okay, Outliers brings me to some formulas. So anything greater than Q3 plus 1.5 IQRs, or anything less than Q1 minus 1.5 IQRs is considered an outlier. Outliers are marked with an asterisk on the box plot, and the whiskers on the box plot go to the last value that are not outliers. Okay, so just a little note on that. So this is just again a little short note on box plots and outliers. Thank you very much.